Good morning or afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a major edition of Rouslin's 3-Ball. I am your host for this short form video, Jason Rouslin, or if you want to find me on Twitter, at DFS Golfer23. So as I mentioned, this is a major week, one of the best 4 weeks of the year, the biggest contest, the best coverage, the best everything pretty much. I mean, sometimes, I guess. Last year, we had one of the best golf courses for this venue. The United States Open was at Shinnecock Hills. This week, it is at Pebble Beach. So the United States Open, we have 4 majors, of course, if you're a little bit new to golf. And DraftKings and FanDuel and the rest of the industry puts out their biggest and best contest for these 4 majors. And the United States Open, the British Open, and the PGA Championship all move around quite a bit. Now, the British Open only has about 7 or 8 courses that it plays at, where the other 2, PGA and US, they move around to a bunch of different courses, which personally I like. And of course, this week, and most U.S. Opens, at least I like it. I like when the U.S. Opens are actually played at a golf course that you and I could go play. Now, not everybody cares about golf or playing golf. Some people just want to win money on DraftKings Golf or FanDuel Golf and could care less about chasing a little white ball around some green. I personally love it. It's a hobby of mine, and it will be, of course, Pebble Beach that I go and play someday, since we can all play it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and learn a little bit about Pebble Beach before we learn about some of the opening round 3-ball players that I'll be focusing on this week. So as I mentioned, it is the U.S. Open. I did a full hole-by-hole preview and gave you kind of my synopsis from playing PlayStation all those years ago and all those years up until they got rid of Pebble Beach on it. So do I know the course? Well, I mean, I know it from looking at a TV screen a bunch of times. But I just give you a little hole-by-hole. Of course, you can find that at awesemo.com/PGA. Go ahead and find the first cut article. It is free each and every week. I give you some statistical analysis, some player analysis, and of course, highlight some of the DraftKings contests that you might not have missed or might not be featured when you go in and scroll on your phone. So, okay, this week, Pebble Beach Golf Course, United States Open. Par 71. With a little asterisk there, measuring just about 7,000 yards, just over it. It's a tight course that favors accuracy over length. There's a lot of dog legs where you need to put the ball in the fairway, especially at a U.S. Open. So I mentioned that asterisk. Since number 2, which has historically been a par 5, it is changed to par 4s for the United States Open. Very, very similar to number 7 at Bethpage, which measures roughly the same distance, about 510 yards. Both greens are very heavily guarded, though. But number 7 was changed at Bethpage for the PGA Championship and for U.S. Opens. And here we see that again for Pebble. And now in 2010, when it changed it, it went from the easiest hole on the course to one of the hardest holes on the course. And now 2010, the conditions were absolutely brutal. So the 17th hole was actually ranked the hardest, but I can assure you that number 2 will likely be the hardest this year. It's just such a hard hole to begin with. I'm not sure why they make it a par 4. Likely it's to protect that par. So anyways, I think I've given you a little bit of information on the course. We can head into the tournament. Something that, of course, that I like to talk about coming from Rhode Island. If you are new to the show here, I am from Rhode Island, now live in sunny Florida. But the first United States Open was actually played at Newport Country Club in 1895, one of the most prestigious golf courses in the country. It is in my home state of Rhode Island. I have been lucky enough to play it once. What a golf course. Anyways, not 30 of the top 100 of the world here to compete. You guys allow me one little silly technical blip. That is it. Everybody is here to compete. Just a couple of guys that did not make it. Of course, all the top 60 in the world are here, and so on and so forth. So, DraftKings top prize, $1 million this week. Pretty awesome. FanDuel puts out $100K. DraftKings has also got a $250,000 to first place, $200,000 to first place. So, ton of money between the two sites. Close to $10 million guaranteed to be paid out this week. Pretty awesome. So, let's learn about a couple of the players that will be in the field. First guy we are going to learn about is Rory McIlroy. And Rory McIlroy comes in, obviously, in one of the best performances in recent time on a 7,000-yard course, on a course that has the exact same green surfaces as Pebble Beach. 10,500 DraftKings, 11.8 on FanDuel. Pretty good, not bad, pretty cheap. First, the Canadian Open, missed the cut at the Memorial, 8th at the Wells Fargo. Statistical ranks this year, he's been pretty hot with his irons, ranked first and he has been absolutely electric off the tee, not just on distance, but hitting those fairways, 100 yards past Webb Simpson a couple of times on Sunday last week, ranked first on the year. So Rory McIlroy heavily focused, and if you have not seen the Chalk Report video, or if you're looking for another free video after this one, go ahead and check out my Chalk Report video. Rory is featured in that as well, coming in probably one of the highest owned golfers of the slate. So Rory McIlroy in great form and looks to add his 4th major title championship of his career. The next player I'm going to talk about is Hideki Matsuyama. Hideki Matsuyama comes in. Sorry, I had a little thing there. I just changed this before, but it looks like maybe I'm using an old version. Hideki Matsuyama comes in DraftKings 8,800, FanDuel 10,200. He came in 6th at the Memorial and 16th at the PGA Championship. But at the Memorial, what I really want to focus on here for Hideki Matsuyama is that he scored almost 100 DraftKings points. He was absolutely lighting it up. Strokes gained on the year, obviously one of the best on the approaches, ranked 4th and 27th off the tee. Last guy we're going to focus on, and as you guys know, I always put in one of these players each week. And this week, it is Scottie Scheffler. Scottie Scheffler earned his spot through local and sectional qualifying. Actually, he just had to go to sectional qualifying. And he, full status right now is on the web.com tour, but he is definitely going to be getting a promotion to the PGA Tour next year. He just had a win at the Evans Scholars 2 weeks ago. Missed the cut at the Rex Hospital, but likely he had already qualified for the U.S. Open and was probably just on a little bit of a down week. So I'm not concerned about that missed cut at the Rex Hospital Open. Like I said, he's got one more win and he'll automatically be promoted. But beyond that win, he's got like 3 other second placed, 5 other top 5s. It's been a really good set of golf for Scottie Scheffler. Granted, it has been on the web.com tour. But hey, I don't care where you're playing golf. If you have those type of success on a professional golf tour, it's likely you're in pretty good form. So Scottie Scheffler, a golfer that we'll certainly see on the PGA Tour for years to come after this year. And somebody at 6,700 that maybe could make a run into the weekend here for this tournament. So I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the major edition, I should say, of Rouslin's opening round 3 ball. If you're looking for some more videos, I'll be doing my model breakdown a little later today. I'm recording this at about 9:30 on Tuesday morning. So the model will be coming this afternoon. If you're looking for another video now and it happens to be in the morning or middle of the day, whenever these are posted, of course, the Chalk Report is already posted as well, so you can go check out that. Some of the top-owned golfers and one low-owned golfer that might help you in your lineups provide some difference this week. So my last little plug, if you're not already a member, this is a great week to do so. We've got so much content on the site that's already live. I put out my cash game pool. Awesome-o Alex has already put out all of his projections, golfer projections. So ton of stuff free. Use promo code 3ball for your sign-ups there. And again, thanks. Good luck this week. Enjoy Pebble Beach. It's going to be a fantastic week. And of course, come back for a couple more videos in a little bit. Thanks, everybody. Cheers.